glad to, Jane. Now, students are patrolling outside Nottingham's late-night clubs to help other students who get into trouble after drinking too much.
The Night Owl volunteers have been trained in first aid and indeed in self-defence. And as our social affairs correspondent Jeremy Ball reports, they have a secret weapon. It is the lollipop.
It'll go over your coat, it'll be fine.
Students preparing to hit the town for this morning's Night Owls patrol. It's organised with military precision.
With the drunk people, obviously, once you've given them cup, it's great for them.
MADDY started recruiting volunteers last September. It's all about making sure their fellow students get home safely.
I don't know a single student who doesn't have a disaster story of trying to get home, losing their friends, getting in really bad situations. And I thought it was a bit of a problem, and I looked into it more. And if you look at the police record, it's just completely in tune with when the crimes are happening. And so I just figured there was a bit of a gap, and we wanted to make people a bit safer on nights out.
No, hello.
The idea is based on the Street Pastor's weekend patrols, but the Night Owls go out on Wednesdays and Thursdays when Nottingham's clubs hold their student nights.
I think it's really good actually, because there's a lot of students and, you know, there's a percentage that do get too drunk, and it's nice to have someone that's there for them.
The volunteers are equipped with everything from spare flip-flops to first aid kits, but the most important supplies are designed to break the ice and get people talking.
I've got some custard creams here, and I have some lollies here that I hand out to people.
I'm also holding stickers to give to drunk people who may not remember their encounter with us, and so when we give them like lollipops or if we help them, they'll be able to look down and know how they got home.
The toughest challenge, students in danger who don't want their help. This student was thrown out of a nightclub for being too drunk and left outside on her own. The Night Owls managed to get her into a taxi, but there's a problem.
She's kind of unconscious. She isn't speaking to us anymore. So we're going to try and get her home because she can't go home on her own. But she hasn't got anything on her apart from her phone, and that's got a code on it, so we can't get any of her friends or like any information from it really. And she seems to be too drunk to tell us her address.
And nearby, this team spotted a man in serious trouble. After ringing for an ambulance, they had to call on their first aid skills.
I was like, Night Owls, quickly. And we walked over and he was face down on the floor, and it had appeared that he'd fallen off the stone around the tree. You feel like you're making a difference.
The Night Owls have already recruited almost 150 students here in Nottingham. Next year they're hoping to extend this scheme to Derby and to 4 other university towns to train more volunteers to keep their fellow students safe. Jeremy Ball, BBC East Midlands Today, Nottingham.
All credit to them for doing that
We
too.
are jolly